Welcome to Crowd with a Plan, where today we reclaim mental sovereignty by applying the Stoic discipline of objective judgment to our fractured digital landscapes. We move past surface level minimalism to ruthlessly audit every notification and algorithm through the lens of internal virtue. By detaching our tranquility from external noise, we transform modern chaos into a deliberate practice of wisdom. Most productivity gurus tell you to delete your apps, but the ancient Stoics would tell you to change your mind. True freedom isn't found in a clean home screen, it's found in internal virtue. We're moving beyond surface level minimalism to ruthlessly audit algorithms through the lens of timeless philosophy. Imagine waking up in the morning, before your feet even touch the floor, your hand reaches for your phone. A notification, a message, a headline, a trending video. Within minutes, your mood has already been influenced by people you've never met, problems you can't control, and opinions you never asked for. But here's the strange part. Most of us believe the problem is screen time. Yet the real problem runs deeper. It's not the number of hours we spend online. It's the fact that we've outsourced our judgment to algorithms. This is what I call the digital delusion. And today, we're going to explore how the ancient philosophy of Stoicism can help us reclaim something far more valuable than productivity, our mental sovereignty. 1. The digital delusion. Minimalism is everywhere online. Clean desks, simple phone setups, apps deleted for digital detox. It looks peaceful, but there's a hidden contradiction. You can remove every app from your phone and still remain mentally enslaved by the digital world. Why? Because the real battle isn't happening on your screen. It's happening inside your mind. The Stoics understood this thousands of years ago. Philosophers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius taught that many things in life are neither good nor bad. They call these things indifference. Money, status, comfort, possessions. These things only become harmful when we mistakenly treat them as necessities. And today, our smartphones have become the ultimate modern indifferent. They are tools. But somewhere along the way, we upgraded them in our minds from tool to necessity to emotional lifeline. We don't just use our phones anymore. We use them to validate our mood, identity, and worth. That's the delusion. 2. The discipline of assent. One of the most powerful Stoic practices is called the discipline of assent. It sounds complicated, but the idea is simple. Every moment your mind receives impressions, a headline appears, a comment pops up, a notification buzzes. Your brain immediately forms a reaction. This is bad. This makes me angry. I'm missing out. I need to respond. But Stoicism teaches something radical. You are not required to accept every impression that enters your mind. You have the power to pause and ask, is this worth my attention? Before the internet, this practice was already difficult. In 2026, it has become a survival skill. Algorithms are designed to provoke emotion. Outrage spreads faster than wisdom. Drama travels faster than truth. So practicing the discipline of assent online means questioning everything before allowing it to affect your mood. Ask yourself, is this information useful? Is this making me wiser? Or is this simply feeding my ego? This leads to a powerful exercise. Audit your digital environment. Look at every app on your phone and ask, does this help me grow in character, or does it simply stimulate my vanity? Some apps nurture curiosity. Others amplify comparison. The goal isn't necessarily to delete everything. The real goal is to build what I call an internal firewall, a mindset that filters emotional manipulation before it enters your psyche. Because the Stoics knew something the internet hopes you forget. Your peace is your responsibility. 3. The dichotomy of control in algorithms. At the heart of Stoicism lies one core principle: the dichotomy of control. Some things are within our control, other things are not. This principle becomes incredibly powerful when applied to modern technology. You cannot control the algorithm. You cannot control what goes viral. You cannot control what appears in your feed, but you can control your reaction. And this is where most people give away their power. Instead of controlling their response, they fight endless battles against the system. They argue in comment sections, they obsess over trending drama, they scroll endlessly trying to stay informed. But Stoicism offers a different strategy. Ruthless indifference toward useless noise. One practical step is conducting a digital purge, not based on popularity, but based on emotional impact. Unfollow anything that consistently triggers envy, anger, insecurity, comparison, not because those emotions are weak, but because your attention is a finite resource. The Stoics also practice something called the view from above. This exercise involves imagining yourself high above the earth. Cities shrink, crowds disappear, human drama becomes microscopic. Now apply that perspective to the internet. Billions of posts, billions of opinions, millions of trends that will be forgotten tomorrow. From that altitude, today's online outrage suddenly looks insignificant, and that realization restores something powerful: perspective. For intentional friction and voluntary hardship, the Stoics believed comfort could weaken discipline, so they practiced something unusual: voluntary hardship. They would occasionally sleep on the floor, wear simple clothes, eat basic meals, not because suffering was good, but because it strengthened their ability to resist comfort addiction. In the digital age, comfort addiction looks different. It's instant entertainment, instant validation, instant distraction. So we must introduce intentional friction, small barriers that test our self-control. For example, turning your phone to grayscale. Suddenly, apps become less stimulating. Another method is placing social media inside time-lock folders. If you must wait 30 seconds before opening an app, many impulses disappear. These techniques aren't about restriction, they're about reclaiming agency. But perhaps the most powerful form of modern Stoic discipline is this: 1 hour of uninterrupted work, no notifications, no tabs, no scrolling, just deep focus. In a distracted world, this level of concentration has become a form of intellectual asceticism, and the rewards are enormous. Because when you stop consuming constantly, something remarkable happens. Your mind begins to think again. You shift from passive consumer to active architect of your own ideas. 5. The sovereign mind in a hyper-connected world. Many people will try digital detoxes. They take a weekend offline, maybe even a week. But the moment they return, the same patterns return with them. Because detoxing from technology isn't enough. The real goal is something deeper: internal stillness. A state where external pings no longer control your internal state. The Stoics measured success differently than we do today, not by productivity metrics, not by follower counts, not by inbox zero, but by the steadiness of character. Imagine receiving criticism online and remaining calm. Imagine seeing someone else's success and feeling genuine happiness instead of envy. Imagine scrolling through chaos and feeling completely unmoved. That is the Stoic definition of freedom. Not escaping the world, but becoming unshaken by it. And one daily practice can help cultivate this mindset. Evening reflection. Every night, ask yourself 3 simple questions. Where did digital noise disturb my peace today? Where did I respond with wisdom? And where can I improve tomorrow? This small ritual builds awareness. And awareness is the first step toward mastery. The internet will only become faster. Algorithms will become smarter. Notifications will become more persuasive. But none of that determines your peace. Thousands of years ago, Marcus Aurelius wrote a reminder to himself: you have power over your mind, not outside events. In the ancient world, that wisdom applied to politics, war, and fortune. Today, it applies to something much smaller, yet strangely more intrusive: the glowing rectangle in your pocket. Your phone doesn't control your mind. The feed doesn't control your mind. The algorithm doesn't control your life, unless you allow it to. The Stoics believe true freedom begins with a simple decision: to guard the gates of your own mind. And in a hyper-connected world, that may be the most radical act of all.